Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And today I have for us two fantastic Breitling Chronomat editions. I have the Breitling Chronomat here with the ice blue dial on my left and the Super Chronomat with the ice blue dial on my right. I've had these both in individually, but I don't think I've had them at the same time. So I thought we'd do a quick comparison of the Chronomat versus the Super Chronomat. And when I measured the Chronomat here from just the rider tabs, so straight across the dial on the outside of the rider tabs, I came up with 42.9, so nearly 43, about 42.9 straight across. And then with the crown protector, 45.4. So crown protector from here all the way across diagonally across the case at 45.4. On the Super Chronomat, I did the same thing. I did the outside of just the rider tab here and came up with 43.8. And then we, with the crown protector all the way across, 47.2. So 47.2 is what I came across with the crown protector all the way across on the case. When you go to the case thickness, about a 0.5 millimeter thicker. Strangely, or not strangely enough, surprisingly enough, the Chronomat itself I measured at 15.2. The Super Chronomat I measured slightly thinner at 14.8. And I did take that a couple times to make sure I was doing that correctly. So unless I tried to make sure I was not getting the rider tab without that on case thickness, but I did measure the Super Chronomat slightly thinner. And then I had a 50.5 lug tip to lug tip on the Chronomat and 53 even lug tip to lug tip on the Super Chronomat. Both of them 22 millimeter lug widths, tapering to 20 millimeters at their deployant buckles. Both of them exhibition case backs with the B01 movement. You're going to have 70 hours of power reserve. Both of them signed screw down crowns with 200 meters of water resistance. The Chronomat on the rubber strap here on my left weighed in at 138.2 grams. The Super Chronomat was heavier at 168.9 grams, so about 30 grams heavier, larger case, ceramics. I think probably had a little bit to do with where that weight is coming from. Again, with the same movement, same functionality. Take a listen to the bezel if there's any difference. I'm going to take these gloves off. Definitely some noticeable difference in the bezel. This feels a little bit lighter. Not a bad thing, just it feels lighter to manipulate the bezel compared to the Chronomat. The Super Chronomat just felt a little bit easier to move. And I forgot we have screw down pushers. Another difference in the two models. Again, if you wanted to see that bezel action, or hear it, because I do think it sounded different too. Yeah, definitely a different feel to those. Again, I don't know that either one of them's better or worse, but they do feel different. Let me throw these on again. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. These are both a little bit larger for sure than what I typically feel comfortable wearing. But again, if you like a larger watch, more power to you. 50 millimeter, 50 and a half here, lug to lug is going to be pushing it for me, but not out of the question. Super Chronomat, definitely going to be a little bit larger, but at least give you an idea. And lastly, I'll give you a loom shot of both. As always, thanks for viewing. Let me know which one you prefer. Do you have a strong preference towards the Chronomat here on my left or the Super Chronomat on my right? If there's anything I can do for you, if there's a watch you'd like to see featured, email me, brad@brentlmiller.com, and we will see you in the next video.